Okay guys, I'm going to work on the Traxxas TRX 4 today. This is my crawler. I've done a couple of things. There's a video earlier I put the the 400 servo on. And today I'm going to change out my brushed motor for the Castle. So kind of excited about this one. This Mamba X. We'll see how it goes. I'll take you along for the ride, but yeah, a little nervous about it because I'm not real good with electronics on these. I always have questions, but let's go. Let's get this done. Alright, got the top off. So you'll see what I have in here now is just the stock system. So got the brushed motor and then the Traxxas XL5. This wire is hooked up because this is something I added on for the battery. I don't know exactly how to explain it. I'll put it in like a caption, but it's something to do with the servo and the battery, making it work like I believe independently of the battery, so the system runs better. But there it is. That's the stock system. So first of all, we're going to start by taking these screws out in here to get this little cover off, and take the speed controller out, and hopefully I have the right wiring for this because I'd like to run this today, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to start by taking this battery tray out. You can see there's two screws in here. There's one there and one here. And the cool thing about this battery tray, you clip the little clip back in and it just pushes back out of your way. It gives you access to all your wires and stuff down in here. And then you can see I loosened these screws in here. So you got that one, this one, and the other one right down in here. Sorry, that was way too close. So then this cover and the motor should just pull right out of there. So there that is. Easy peasy. Alright, so the next step is going to be this ESC. So you see I already loosened the screw, one on this side and then one on this side, and this just lifts straight up, so there's nothing else underneath there connecting it. It just screws in. Then we got to get the wires that go across here. So, well, there's a little zip tie, so I'll cut that zip tie, and then I'll show you how to open up this little box over here with the receiver in it and unplug the wires. Also, just kind of on a side note, I always put my screws together in the stuff that I took out. The reason I do is length, and also you can see that the screws in this are rounded tops, and these are the ones that came out of the battery tray and they're flat. So just to keep things separate and make sure you know where they came from. Okay, so here's the cover. So the reason I didn't take these out on top yet is to show you you probably won't need to do this. Mine's a little different because of what I added to the truck, but there's a screw there, a screw here, and then a screw up front, and then this cover comes off. Mine's a little different because I have this extra wire through there. You see the red and black wire going through the top here. That's for this, the high output BEC. That's what I was talking about earlier. I had to add that in there because of the servo, the 400 servo that I added. So I'm not sure if that's going to stay in there because I'm not sure if this Castle system supports that or how I would plug it in, but there we go. Now that I have that box out of the way and this wire is out of the cover, there's one more right here. So it has a screw on this side and a screw on that side. Another little cover for your wires. You need to take that off. Okay, so another step. This is the next step. This is the wiring that goes to your ESC. And if you have the BEC, this connects right in here. Well, the wires run down underneath here, through here, and there's a little bracket right here that's runs right in between your two servos there. So what I did was, there's a screw on this side over here, right down in the middle there. I took that loose, which holds these, so it gave me enough room to pull the little connector through that little piece in the middle there. Okay, now I have the ESC and motor completely out of the truck. It's right over here. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to plug this BEC in to the Castle system. If you know how to do that, put comments down below and let me know. I'm going to research it a little bit and see if I even need that. It may just be going from a brushed motor to a brushless motor. I may not need that for the for the servo. But here is the sensor motor quick setup, since this Mamba Castle system is a censored motor. So here's this little wire right here. It's showing goes to this wire here, and then you got your on-off switch, and then of course the leads that go directly into the speed controller, and then these other two. So you got these, looks like one is a receiver wire and one is a AUX, so auxiliary wire. So I'm gonna throw this thing in here, and I don't think my connectors are gonna work as far as the battery. I may have to go buy some connectors, and I may have an older battery I might be able to throw in there with that connector, because the new batteries from Traxxas are this style here. Next, I'm going to switch the little bracket over from the brushed Traxxas motor to the brushless Castle. It's just 2 screws in it. I'm going to put it over on this one over here, and then I got to take the pinion gear and stick it on there also. One thing I did notice, that when I put this bracket on here for this motor, the pinion gear wouldn't line up. It's different. So on the shaft of the Traxxas, it's a lot longer, so they actually had that pinion gear on there the other way around. So just swap it around and then tighten it on there. That's it. Alright, there it is. The motor's back in there. Mesh is in there real nice. So I got the cover back on. Now we got to go figure out the ESC, how to get it all wired in here, and where I'm going to put it. I don't know. So technically it could go right here, which I think would be fine. Or I don't know. I don't know if anybody's put theirs up there or not. I don't know. I'm probably just going to put it right here. But, yep, that's next. Alright, so we're getting closer. I've got this little cover back on. I did end up, I'm not sure if I said it yet, but I did end up taking the BEC out of here because I'm not sure how to hook that up. I am going to set the speed controller over here. I've got some Velcro on the bottom. I just don't have the other side yet. But there it is so far. I'll show each step. The next step is just going to be this cover, getting those wires back in there, get that cover back on, and then running these wires through here so they're not smashed when you put the battery cover back, or the battery holder back down. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But if there's anything else I think of, I'll show it to you once I'm completely done. And then we're going to go through the process of getting these two hooked together so that they actually talk to each other. So far, I've got it to where all the servos turn on. So I got steering, and I've got my lockers and my speed, high and low speed. That'll all come on, but the throttle doesn't work. So I think I've got to program it so the throttle works. But getting there. Okay, this is the last step that I'm going to have so far in this video. I haven't got the motor running yet. So the ESC is connected, so you can see I've got it set in there. I did put some Velcro on it, so it's sticking down really well. The motor is attached. I got all the wires tucked back down inside here, so everything looks really good. The steering works, all of the servos work, so the high speed, low speed. Over here, my lockers all work. I cannot get the ESC to talk to the motor. So I've been researching it online. What I have found is that the Castle Link, you could plug it in to your ESC, and then it'll be able to program the motor on how you want it to work. So I believe this is a reversed speed motor, so you'll have to reverse in the opposite direction. I believe leave it on or put it to reverse. That way it works in here and makes your car go forward. I also put for temporary, I put the on-off switch in here, which is kind of cool. It works really good, which is weird. I am going to get the rock lights, so I'm going to have to find a different location for that later. But, yeah. I'm glad you guys stayed and watched the video. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. If you got comments of what you think I could have done different or better, or ideas on what to do to make this motor work, please leave it in the comments. I'll take any suggestions. But yeah, I'm hoping to get this thing out and crawling here in the next week or so when I get the Castle Link system and get this thing programmed. So there will be a part 2 on what I think about the motor and the drag brake and all that and how it works. But guys, I appreciate you coming to my channel. Thank you for subscribing and watching my content. You have a great day. Thank you very much.